It's an amazing day. All of my amazing, great CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream our broadcast into your home, onto your office, especially during these very, very challenging times. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. And my promise to you is that the time we have in the CEO Sales Huddle, having a conversation about your sales department will be a good use of your time. And you'll get the sales strategies, the sales formula, the sales message, the sales structure you need to take your sales department to an entirely different level. Now, every morning we like to start off with a case study. And the reason we do that is a direct relation to our philosophy in the sales department. And our philosophy is one that we've adopted, but how true is it? And that is success leaves clues. So we get a chance to look at a case study and what a CEO was challenged with or what their successes were. And then what best practices can we adopt in our own business? So let's get started. Let's get started with the business case. So picture this. You walk into a pharmacy. You've got a prescription in your hand and you're expecting for it to be a really quick pickup. But to your surprise, when you get the prescription and you look at the bill, the price is so high, even after an insurance has already made an adjustment. What a challenge this is. And did you know in 2021, about 15% of Americans, adults, couldn't get a prescription filled that required a 3-month subscription. I mean, after the insurance deduction, what their out-of-pocket expense was. And this was for medicine that they really needed. And you know what? This was a huge problem. So Doug Hershaw saw the problem firsthand. And this led him to co-partner and create a company called GoodRx. Now, the challenge, well, think about it. Pharmacy, think about it. Medicine. The challenge was very clear from the very beginning, which was people needed a way to get affordable medications without really emptying their wallets. Matter of fact, it sounds like an impossible mission. Imagine you're starting your company, and as the CEO, you want to do some good in the world, and there's already a high resistance from the regulatory perspective. There's already a high resistance the way people think. There's several different entities that's going to try to stop you along the way, yet you see that the people need a service. So breaking into the healthcare industry, especially as an outsider, was a huge challenge. It was no small feat. It's like trying to climb a mountain and there's hidden paths and shifting trails and you don't have a map. Okay, I mean, this is the seriousness of it. Doug admitted that the healthcare system's complexity in the beginning had him ready to quit. I mean, he had a question. I mean, most folks struggle sometimes with CEOs on who their target market is. His question was, who exactly should be paying for this new solution they want to introduce to the marketplace? Is it the patients? Well, they're already overpaying. Is it the doctors? Hey, the doctors just are getting paid to pass this thing through. Is it the insurers? Is it people making the medicine? Like who should, reduce their prices and who should be a part of this? This is very similar to a common sales strategy hurdle. Identifying the right target audience who have an interest, want, or desire in your product. Just as in sales, the key to understanding the market is really tailoring a strategy or talking about the solution you offer to those that need it and want it the most. So GoodRx tackled the problem with an innovative approach. They created a marketplace and provided customer discounts through common drugs, through partnerships, collaborations, through partnerships working in harmony, through partnerships, through a team effort with pharmacy benefit managers. They're called PBMs. Now, that's going to sound overly confusing. I know it sounds a little technical, but here's the understanding of the intricacies of drug pricing was keen to their sales strategy. Notice I said they had a sales strategy. GoodRx was able to provide value. And for a sales professional, this highlights the importance of making sure you adopt one of our 12 rules for life, and that is collaboration crushes competition. So aligning your offerings with customers' needs and finding partners who can help boost the value that you're bringing to the market's position. So it's all about sales positioning yourself in a way that solves the problem. Here's the big takeaway. Here's the lesson I have from you from GoodRx. It's the power of a well thought out sales strategy that you can implement with a sales message that allows your sales position to be just right. So when you have a sales structure and a sales system, it can easily flow. GoodRx didn't change prices directly, yet they changed the way consumers access their medicine. And so in having a business, it's your strategic sales framework that can help you adapt to the market, serve more people effectively, and at the end of the day, be able to have a system that allows your sales to go up, 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 up and away while you're impacting humanity. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. And every morning we get started off the exact same way. Let me first say thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for allowing us to stream into your home. And that is with our mantra. And our mantra is straightforward. Our mantra is focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. And in fact, repeat those words after me. They're 3 easy words. Focus on sales. You might be saying, why, Shay? Because if you can't focus on sales, you really can't be in business. But I don't want to stop there. I don't. It's going to sound obvious, but this is so true. Here's what I want you to hear. Sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And the reason I tell you that is because without sales, there's always more money going out the door than there is coming in. The point I want you to hear as a CEO this morning is the conversation we're having every morning with your sales department. This is your sales department. You're having a conversation with your sales department when you show up. Is that selling is serious business? Selling is serious business. Selling is serious, serious business. So we also look at the CEO. What's our responsibility? Well, our pledge is learn, earn, and return. And so every morning we say these words because we want to let our sales department know we have a pledge to them. And the words we say is, I have to learn something new. In fact, repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients in order to get current and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. But Shay, how's that in harmony with our sales objectives for the sales department? Well, as a CEO, our number one objective as a CEO is to do 3 things. Number one, it's about having our sales go up. So we want sales progress. Every time we show up, we want to make a little bit of progress, a little bit of progress, and a little bit of progress. So we do small things well, we're going to get big results. Number 2 is about looking at the hurdles and the challenges that they have. This morning's case study was a classic example. From many different perspectives, there was challenges. And what was going to be the strategy? What's our sales strategy, our sales system, our sales methodology that we're going to use to navigate those challenges? And number 3 is about understanding the 5 components that you need for a sales team. And here they are. To have a successful sales department. Number 1, you must have a 1-page CEO sales plan. Number 2, you must understand the sales cycle from the time you meet the client all the way to the time they're ready to buy. You must understand your sales message. Number 4, the CEO sales dashboard, something we're going to get into and spend a whole segment on in just a moment. And then number 5, well, my favorite, you must have a sales team. It all comes down to the team. Isn't that so true? And that's so important. Now, when you roll it, for those folks that are tuning in, I love to connect with you. I love to respond. I love getting the text messages, the DMs. Here's what we can do. You can see me, but I can't see you. So if you can look right below the video, if you're watching this live, depending on what platform you're on, especially if you're on one of the media platforms, and go ahead and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in the conversation. You and I are having this conversation right now, and that's really cool. Maybe you're watching the replay. You can't be here every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you play it throughout the day. You find time to tune in when it works for you. Put hashtag replay. You're here, you're here, you're here. Part of life is just showing up. Congratulations. You're having a conversation with your sales department right now. Not just with Shay Brown. I just happen to be leading the conversation. But the CEO sales is about the sales department. And number 4, for those folks that are tuning in right now, you can see me, but I can't see you. If you're watching on demand on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, any one of our 52 different streaming platforms, or maybe listen to the podcast, drop me a note over at I am Shay Brown. Drop me a DM right now. Just go to at I am Shay Brown. Let me know you're in the conversation. You see, the number one question I get asked often is why the CEO Sales Huddle? It's a reasonable question. The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you already know how to sell, but our big why is about sales growth. So yeah, I know how to sell, Shay, but how do I grow the sales department? How do I grow new clients? How do I grow new revenue? And it's about accountability. You may have heard this before. We'll often do more for others than we do for ourselves. And it's about the consistency. So how do we achieve that type of consistency where every morning for 15 minutes, we have this session? So you're able to tune in. We have this 15-minute session with your sales department, which arguably is the highest and best use of your time, is in this conversation with the sales department. And in doing so, we recognize, okay, it's 1% of your day. There are 1,440 minutes in every day. So we ask you to tune in for 1% of your day. 1% of your day. In that 1% of your day, we're going to have this conversation for an outcome. And our number one outcome is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is over and beyond whatever you're earning. You're in this conversation. You're following along. You're doing the CEO Sales Dashboard, which we're going to get to in just a moment. You're doing that. And you're like, I got it, Shay. And people say, well, Shay, how do I get to 100,000? Like, seriously, sounds good. I like it. I'm not there yet. But what I need to look at, what I should be measuring as the CEO, because I'm a metrics person. I like numbers. I hear that all the time. And I'm like, fine. We're going to create something called the CEO Sales Dashboard. And we've created for one reason. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This is why we have a meeting with the sales department. And there's 5 key areas: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So let's go over and take a look at that. It's going to look something like this. You can go to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. You can download it. And let's say we went into here and we take a look. We say, you know what? Let's find today's date. We're at where we are in this point of the year. You can go find today's date. You can look right below and say, okay, there's leads, there's appointments, there's offers, there's deals, and repeat business. Let's slow down in one area. Seriously, let's just give me, a minute, 90 seconds. And you think about appointments. Just tune in. You just lean in right now, lean in as a CEO, 90 seconds, and you think about your sales department. How many appointments were set yesterday by your sales department? Now, there's appointment setting. That's one skill. There's appointment running. Now, we already subscribe to what gets measured, gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So we're going to measure it, right? So how many appointments were set? How many appointments were run? How many were one-to-one, one-to-many? Whatever the number would be, go ahead and put that down. Now, look at how it happened over the last week. And then go back and look at the trend for the last 30 days. And then you go back, for those who have been doing this every single day, look at the trend for the last 2 months. This is a good conversation to be in. This isn't hokey dokey. This isn't la-di-da-di. This is all about looking at the collaboration deals that we're setting up, the referrals that we're setting up, because we understand that nothing happens without an appointment. Now, we don't do this to beat ourselves up. The reason we do this is a good opportunity for us to step back and say, you know what? We're going to celebrate our wins. This is another segment that I love because powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions, their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. Go ahead and put these 3 questions down. Number 1, what are you most proud of yesterday? You look at the sales department. What are you most proud of? What did they accomplish just yesterday? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? So you're proud of what took place. Got it. But now you're looking at what was your biggest accomplishment? And then you go to a step further. And you say, as a CEO, I'm proud of my sales department yesterday. What do you want to brag about? Like if I could bring you on right now, like seriously, you could lean in and you can cut that camera on right now. Then I could just bring you on. I can't wait till we start doing this. And I bring you on. What do you want to brag about? You see, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions, their focus. In this life, you get what you focus on. But we're also going to go to the other side and say, wait, there's some roadblocks out there. Roadblocks. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday in the sales department? What's preventing you today from moving forward in the sales department? And then what's the one thing you look at the sales department that you could do that if you did it, it would move your business forward? The one thing that you can make a decision on. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions, their focus. You're the CEO. You're the one to allocate the resources to the sales department. That's us. You're the one that makes sure we have the sales people right now. That's you. And you're the one that makes sure we have the sales processes in place. So what can you do today? They could change the trajectory of the sales department. My message of the day is do small things well, get big results. Do small things well, big results. I'm talking about what's something that we can do really, really small right now to bring in more qualified leads. What's something we can do really, really small? We can take that baby step right now to allow us to connect with more folks inside of our target audience. As the CEO, what can we do? This is a conversation with your sales department. It's not a conversation with Shay Brown. It's a conversation with your sales department, and you happen to join the CEO Sales Huddle because we're all CEOs, and we all have to look at these factors inside of our sales department. So what better place to do it? A place didn't exist. That's why the CEO Sales Huddle is created. What gets measured gets managed. Do small things well, get big results. This is your moment. This is your time. You're the CEO. You're doing some amazing work. And the only question is, how do we get to that next level? Well, it's by making small changes. Doing small things well will get big results. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thank you so much for allowing us to stream onto your iPad, onto your phone, or maybe on your computer. Maybe for some of you were playing in the break room right on the big screen TV. You are amazing. You are incredible. And I believe for you, your best is yet to come. With that being said, I'm out. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Peace.